Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was inspired today to do the thought actually occurred to me last night. Um, so some of you know that I've been getting like these channeled messages. It's kind of hard to explain, but I don't know, I've seen some other people doing it on YouTube, and I guess they do it like live, where they ask to receive messages during a live video that they're recording. And for me, I don't know, I just sometimes get this feeling that I should sit down with a pen and my notebook, and one message that's, I don't know, maybe half a page long will take like a minute or less, and somehow these thoughts just form in my head and they kind of come out on paper. And I've probably got about 10 longer messages in total, and some of them look like song lyrics, and so I'm thinking maybe I'm being guided to do music. It just so happens that there's a music room like right next to my room here. I live in a barracks right now, so it turns out that the music room for the army here on the base is, I don't know, it's like a music room right next door. So I don't know, but I've been getting like song lyrics and some messages. Some of them are from me, some of them for other people, and I just had this inspiration last night to share it. I wanted to make a video last night, but I do have a roommate, and I don't want to disturb her either. So anyways, so my plan for this video is to read a couple of the messages that I've gotten, and some of these poems or these things, some of them rhyme and some of them don't. They feel very divine in nature, and it's like it's coming from me, from within, but also not. So here it goes. So this says, message for the collective. Go forth, gather strength. Believe in God, believe in yourself. Trust in the process. Everything is working out for your highest good. Know this. All is well, all is as it should be. Problems may seem to arise, and another, but that's what this life is for. It's like an open door. We've never been right here before. Be open to receive. Receive the blessings being given. Love your life. Be grateful for all you have, as appreciation breeds more things to be grateful for. Thank you for being human this go around. It is not easy. It's not an easy path, this we know. And that is the point. Thank you for coming at this time to be the change, to be that one. We love you. Be well. And that's the message that I got last night. I mean, that probably took less than a minute to write, and that doesn't feel like something that I could just sit down and like write from a higher place like that. It just I don't know, the thoughts just kind of form, and it comes out pretty quickly. I can barely read my handwriting. The other message that I got, this was, I don't know, maybe a few weeks ago, and I was looking through my notes this morning. I have this notebook, and this is another message that I wanted to share. So, hello and welcome. Writing down thoughts from in my head, but from somewhere else instead. Yes, it's me, but a holy place. Ask and ye shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Go inside. Give thanks and praise. Don't be afraid or live from fear. Live from love. Be that love. You are the light, that love. Don't be afraid of what you are, who you are. You are that one. I promise you, you will always win. Never lose. It's yours to choose. Put on those shoes. And the shoes, this is talking about like the armor of God. I don't know, I was walking through the woods one day and listening to a video, and then this woman was talking about the armor of God and like these specific shoes. So when I got this, put on those shoes, I knew exactly what they were talking about. It was like the armor of God type thing. Walk in light. You are that light. So be yourself. Be free to choose. Free will is yours. And then there was some other advice that I had received, and part of it was from watching a Tina Spalding video where she's channeling, and one of the messages was trying to solve external problems, like trying to solve external problems that you have or that we have from the same place that they were created. Like you have a problem on the outside and you're trying to solve the problem on the outside. You can only solve things from an internal standpoint. So once you basically fix yourself, the problems on the outside will fix themselves. Excuse me. So trying to solve external problems is like rearranging the chairs on the Titanic to prevent it from sinking. And I thought that was a really funny analogy. Not that the Titanic is sinking, but the ridiculousness of that. You have a ship that's going down and you're trying to rearrange the chairs, right, to try to prevent it from sinking. And we all know that that's just silly. But that is literally what we're doing with our lives on a typical day. We have problems that seem to arise, and we're not going to solve it at the same level out there, out in the world. We can only solve it from within. As within, so without. The root of the problem is what's important. The problem has already been solved, and we all come from the same place. And we're so supported that we have the freedom to believe that we're not. It doesn't change the fact, believing that we're not supported doesn't change the fact that we are, and that we are still supported. And then part of this too was channeled. I was doing a meditation after one of my daily lessons, and I don't know, maybe within the last week started to have a lot of thoughts forming, like thoughts coming to me while I'm in meditation. And so sometimes I'll write them down because I'll forget them. The solution, what is the problem? And I asked that question like during a meditation, and the answer came to me, and it was separation. Not that we're actually separated from our source, but that the collective belief in it, or the perception of it. And what is the solution? And the answer that came to me is, go within, here and now. Realize that we are one. You are as God created you. Whole, connected, a part of Him. Be calm, be at peace. And that's basically the answers that came to me when I was meditating. And so with that, what I'd like to do is a couple of, I wanted to pull a couple of cards. There's my little unicorn spirit animal. I wanted to pull a couple of cards for the collective kind of surrounding this message. Just, whoever needs to hear this, let it be the right message that they need to hear for the day. Discernment. Okay. Sometimes when I see this card come up, I'll see what it looks like. Discernment. It's almost kind of like spooky to me, but it's not. It doesn't have that message actually. It says, all is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. And it also says, keep your dreams a secret. So if there's something that, some type of knowledge that you're holding on to, maybe keep that to yourself. So actually what I'm getting at this is, if there's something that you really believe in and you're trying to kind of bring it about, don't talk about it with people that are negative, because it ruins the magic of that energy of what you're trying to create. It's not saying, don't share your gifts with the world, because you absolutely should. So all is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Don't listen to people that are being negative. And like I said, don't don't try to come at people with information that they're not ready for, if that makes sense. You know, you've got some dreams. Don't ask for advice from people that you know are going to be negative about it, because it's just going to, like I said, kind of ruin the magic of it. So talk about those things with positive people that are supportive. Yeah. And all is not what it seems. So just because something looks like something on the outside definitely does not mean that that's what it is on the inside. So let's see. And we'll pull one from my, what's it called? The Sacred Animal deck. I love this deck. It's so pretty. Ooh. Got stuff wanting to pop out for you already. Oh, jeez. Wow. I love when the cards just kind of pop out and fall on the table, and I don't have to actually... Oh, okay. Hidden Realms. One more? Okay. Off the top. Okay. So, we've got 2 cards. Also, we're getting the number 20. It's called Hidden Realms, Create Conscious Awareness. So number 20, if you see my links posted in the bottom of this video, I've got the link to Joanne Scribes for angel numbers. So if you're feeling a pull to look up number 20, go for it. It's a powerful number. And then also the number 7, also a very powerful number. This says Celestial Gatekeeper, timing is critical. I'm going to go to the book on these. I'm going to put this up so you can kind of see it. Well, you can kind of see it here. Actually, I'm going to pull from my mermaid deck first, and then I'll go into what this feels like. Instead of separating them all out, I'm going to kind of do them together. Because usually these cards, the mermaid deck, usually kind of gives me clarifiers on what the other messages are from the other decks. Oh, forgot I'm supposed to shuffle on camera. I like to keep the cards, this is trying to bounce out, close to my heart. The Tower moment. That's actually a really good, a good card. That means like something old has died, like some old energy has died off, and new belief systems are on their way. And maybe that's what's happened for some of you, or maybe by taking the advice on these cards here, you will have the Tower moment, and an old way of thinking will die, and the new can come in. Let's see. 5 of Wands. And then I'm also getting the Knight of Pentacles. It's on the bottom of the deck, and the Fool, and that's where I'm going to stop. And the Fool is actually a really good card, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So, I'll refer to my book here. Let's see. So you've got the Tower, you've got the 5 of Wands. I don't know if I showed you this yet. 5 of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. To me, that's a writing card, and you can see that this woman, this mermaid, is sitting down writing. To me, that's like a journaling thing. And the Fool card, it's actually a really pretty card. It's not the Fool. I'm like, whoa, the Fool card. When I've gotten that in the past, I'm like, what? And then when I saw what it actually meant, it's actually a really good thing. Here, I'll go into this. Let's see. We're going to start with the 5 of Wands. Where you, maybe, let's see. 5 of Wands. So, wow, okay. So, Tower moment may have already happened. So you had some old belief system fall away, an old line of thinking. Five of Wands, leading into the Five of Wands energy. The Five of Wands brings with it a promise of greatness. But whether or not things turn out to be a great success or a great debacle is really up to you. What will you do with the power that's currently being offered to you? You have within your reach the energy and magic you need to bring that goal or dream even closer. Just know you cannot allow yourself to get flustered or sidetracked, or you could blow it all up. Excuse me. So basically this is saying focus on the positive and on what you want, because there's a lot of potential here. I think that the energies surrounding us right now, and even with like the full moon energy and everything, it's a great time for manifestation. So if you're focused on negative things, you're going to get negative results, for the most part. And if you're focused on what you want and you can create a clear vision of what you want, that stuff is going to come about much faster than it could have in the past because of the energies that are out and about right now. And then the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Fool. Yeah, I want to read the Fool for you because it's a really good message. Just the Tower moment. Looking for the Fool here. Nope, I passed it out. Oh, the Fool is actually the first card in the whole deck. So I'll hold this up again for you. It says this young mermaid is happy, curious, and ready to explore the other world she shares the great cosmos with. One can only hope she's studied well, because this new world she now finds herself in will present her with challenges and dangers. There's nothing to be scared of, though. This says, hold on to your fishtail, a new adventure is on its way. It's time to explore new things, places, and people. Set a course for somewhere you have never been, or start learning a new skill you know nothing about. Right now is a time to be adventurous. Take a chance, and know you'll have all that you require for beginning a journey into the unknown. This just feels like really good energy to me, like a tower moment, like the tower fell, like some bad juju has gone away, or is going away, and then you've got the Five of Wands energy coming in. What is it that you want to manifest? Focus on it, go get it, and this, to me, this is like a card of writing, or taking notes or taking note of something, being aware of your surroundings. And then you've got the Fool card here, new adventures, go explore, learn some new skills, what is it you want to learn, and then this discernment card, maybe don't share that stuff with negative people, but let's see, and then I want to go into this other deck here. You've got, this was going to be like a 5-minute video, but I guess that's near impossible for me. Celestial Gatekeeper here. Got a lot of pretty colors on there too. Celestial Gatekeeper, number 7. Clear your focus, timing is critical. Let's see, this is actually an eagle too, so if you're into spirit animals, maybe look up the meaning of an eagle. That's kind of a big one. This says, unafraid of confrontation, the resilience and unshakable confidence and courage that eagles demonstrate ensure that their presence is felt. Their commanding and majestic presence, soaring high above the land below, demands your respect when you reside or walk within it. Flying in between the realms of earth and spirit, these majestic animals are celestial gatekeepers, transporting spiritual communication between the heavenly gateways. Eagles have been closely associated with God or a spiritual higher power. The Aztecs, Sumerians, Romans, Egyptians, and Native Americans all viewed the eagle as a sacred bird that empowered the people below them. Let's see. These birds rely upon their vision and ability to read wind currents to survive in their natural habitats. Right now, I'll set this down. Says, right now you require a clear focus of what is ahead of you, which is kind of the energy that we're getting with these cards here too. Your timing is critical. While you may have a sense of urgency, it's important not to rush. Think about the issue or circumstances carefully before you act. Ensure you've planned your forward process. All decision making needs to be carefully considered before you jump in prematurely. Make sure you have all the facts in front of you. You know, I feel like we're getting this too. The take note or take notes, you know, of what's going on around you. You know, this card, all may not be as it seems. But I would trust your intuition on things. Let's see. This says, this card is encouraging you to raise and elevate your vibration to build a divine relationship, a celestial pathway with a higher source. You know, go within, meditate. Pay attention to dense or lower energies as you can learn how this interaction affects your personal energy. The shadow aspect of this card is dismissive, disrespectful, and procrastinator. You know, so don't let, you know, negative energies affect you. Clear your energy. This affirmation says, I resonate with divine order. My soul is activated to the highest vibration. I resonate with divine order. That kind of stands out in my mind, like everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. You know, everything really is in divine order, and we just got to trust in that. And I guess that was part of my channeled message that I read at the beginning of the video too. So I feel like we're getting a lot of like messages, a lot of similar messages. Like it's being consistent. That's the word I'm looking for. And then you got the number 20, Hidden Realms. I think the artwork on these cards is super interesting. You've got an angel in the background. Kind of looks like a dark card, but it's definitely a positive message. Create conscious awareness. Let's see. It also says to analyze your dream cycles. If you're, for those of you that remember your dreams, that's awesome. If you don't remember your dreams, try to keep like a journal by your bed and set an intention before you go to sleep that you want to remember your dreams, especially if they're, you know, very meaningful, or if there's a message there for you. Because you may be getting messages every night, but you're not remembering it, you know. So if you set a little notebook by your bed and set the intention before you go to sleep, I know that helps with remembering your dreams. Let's see what this card says. This says, using conscious communication. It's talking about the shaman works to bridge the realms between humanity and creation. I keep getting the word bridge too. Let's see. It's talking about mediators between the human experience and the world of nature. Right now you're being asked to connect to the hidden realms, expanding your consciousness, to open your mind wide and reconnect with your soul for deep healing and transformation. I do feel like that's what's happening over this full moon cycle, is deep healing and transformation. Old ways of thinking falling away. You know, you got that tower moment, tower card, of old things falling away that no longer serve us. Traumas or past life experiences, or life experiences from this lifetime. Let's see. There's much to be learned from the hidden realms that can assist you in your waking life. Examine your dream cycles and interpret your subconscious messages. You know, some of you might be getting messages, but we're so busy with our daily lives that you're not in tune to them. Or you might just think you get this idea and it comes from yourself, but it really might be coming from a higher place, and you're getting some divine guidance. So it's just a matter of raising your vibration, meditating, and kind of tapping into that flow. Creating conscious awareness will allow you to actively connect to your universal guardians, the elements, and celestial realm. Like any learned skill, practice will improve the strength of your connection. Pay attention to any symbols, animals. I just got a twitch in my arm when it said, pay attention to any symbols, animals, and this eagle like popped into my mind. I don't know, maybe go Google eagle spiritual meaning and see what comes up. I know that what's his name? Ted Speaks, I think. Like Ted, like TED. Ted Speaks, or I think it's called Animal Speak, and his first name is Ted. I don't remember his last name. I had a good friend tell me about this website, but maybe go look that up. Spiritual meaning of an eagle. It's a strange thing for me when I feel, or like when I read something or come across something that's really true. I will either get like this surge of energy and goosebumps kind of coming up through my body and through the top of my head or the back of my neck, or I'll get a twitch somewhere in my body, like a very strong, just like a twitch, like, hey, pay attention, like yes, that's true. So it's kind of interesting. So it says, pay attention to any pay attention to any symbols, animals, or visual images that appear in your life now, as there is deep meaning that applies to you. And the shadow aspect of this card is codependency. So, and then the angel assistance is psychic and spiritual awakening and transformation. The affirmation for this card: I am a clear and successful mediator of conscious divine communication. Wow, that's really good. It's a really good card. Good reading. So, all in all, that's a pretty powerful message. Old thought systems falling away. Taking note of what's around you. Using your own discernment on who you want to share that with. Maybe taking some time out, learning a new skill, taking note of what's around you, or taking notes. Maybe you're writing, maybe you're getting divine guidance as well, and you just don't know it yet. And then you've got this, the Fool coming in, the number 0, actually the first card in the deck. It's a very strong message though. Adventure awaits. So what kind of adventures do you want to create in your life? Focus on that, think about that, and go for it. Hope this message resonated with you, and it was fun for me to do. So with that, have a great day. If you'd like a personal reading, check my link below. And have a great day. Light and love.